Hey, what's going on? It's Frankie B. And guess what? I am back on the art, man. I got a commission that came in over the weekend. Excited about it, of course. Um, this is going to be a sketch card, an oversized sketch card. I did some work on the Marvel 75th year anniversary. And it's an artist proof card, so it has my name up there, and this is something that the companies give to artists that worked officially on the set. So this is official collector's item right here. So anyway, your commission is for the character Cyber versus Apocalypse. So, and the person also wanted the pyramid and the Sphinx in there. So I tried to get everything in there. And so we'll just see. So now I did the non-photo blue using my old school non-photo blue pencils right here. I think it's Prismacolor. Yeah, sure. And then I'm going to use my standard paper mate. And yeah, I'm excited. So here we go. So I'm gonna definitely. To me, my feeling was that the client definitely liked the Cyber character. So I'm gonna be having Cyber sort of giving this big mega punch to Apocalypse, who's getting knocked into. My idea that there's a lot of stone structures around in the area, so he's just being knocked into a certain stone, whatever structure and stuff. I'll throw some debris and stuff around. So here we go. This is pretty exciting. I mean, like, man, it takes me back. This takes me back a little bit because I did a lot of sketch cards, worked for a few companies, and off and on too. I was commissioned off and on by various private collectors and stuff to work on cards and stuff. All right. These oversized cards are really interesting. I mean, they definitely give you a lot of room to kind of get in there and have some fun. So I really want to do it like he's. And as before, this will be a like my previous video. Excuse me. This will be a mashup video, which is me talking a little bit, and then suddenly it goes into hyperlapse. So just found that it's a pretty cool technique. I just felt that my videos where I was just talking were pretty long, and I can understand how people can just, you can kind of, get droned out unless you're really dedicated and you want to sit there and listen to me yammering on about stuff while I'm drawing. But this seems to be the one where people are kind of digging and stuff, and I like it. I do appreciate the people that have subscribed to my channel, YouTube channel, and then also the ones that have commented and also shared it. It really does help, and it definitely shows the love that you have for what I'm doing. And again, every little bit helps. My mom used to say. So I really appreciate it and thank you. Now, this character Cyber, God, again, I stopped reading comic books probably, especially a lot of Marvel stuff, and DC too. Back in I would say the mid '90s, I think I just kind of, whatever the case, I just was done and stuff. Just wasn't liking some of the stuff that was coming out, so I just kind of just said okay, and my attention went toward other places. And so a lot of these characters, even into the 2000s, I have no idea. Like I had to ask the client, I was like, who's this character? Do you have any reference? And he said, sure. He sent me a bunch of stuff, which is great. That's always, I love it when clients actually, they get in there and they actually, send reference and stuff like that. Like they're committed. That's really cool. It's not, this character is just like, he has like arms that are very reminiscent of Colossus, which I always like, that sort of ribbed metallic kind of thing. I think they got it really good with the Deadpool movie. I thought that was really good. Colossus was always my favorite character in the X-Men. Him, pretty much all of them. Let me just, I gotta be honest with you. I love them. Again, when John Byrne and Chris Claremont, oh man, that run is so impressive. I mean, other stuff too, like Paul Ryan's style. It was really amazing. Alan Davis, of course. I mean, but boy, you just can't go wrong. So I'm actually going really lightly. This character has massive arms, so I'm just gonna sort of build on it and just kind of, you know. So like as usual, what happens is I'll do this pencil, and then I'll send it, an image over to the client, so the client can see where I'm going at and stuff. I think it's always important. I try to tell any artist out there that the greatest thing that we have as a commercial illustrator or artist is that you have to have the lines of communication open. You have to communicate with your client. You gotta, let them know what the situation is. It makes them feel comfortable. I mean, because you think about it, they've just, have commissioned me, person that they've only known, if I haven't met you in person, technically online, and you see them post stuff, and that's it. And so where do you build the trust? So the trust comes from my side, where my due diligence is to get out there and assure them that I'm not going to be somebody who's going to flake on stuff. It's not going to take a year for me to do this piece. It's going to be a beautiful piece, and I'm not going to rush it either, but it's definitely not going to take me a year to pump out a piece. So it's very important that you have a strong ability of just communicating, letting people know the situation. I mean, you gotta ask the question, what would you want if you were in that situation? And I always do that to myself. I go, how would I want to be treated if I was, purchasing services from someone? I'd want them to treat me with respect, and let me know if anything's going on or whatever, so then I can at least know that they at least are still working on the situation, and working to try to make sure everything is taken care of. That's just, anybody would want that. That's just good customer service. So you have to be mindful of that. I said before in previous videos, some of my older videos, I've always said that your rep is everything. That's all you have, really. As an artist, you're out there in the wilderness. Your rep. That's gonna be your thing. Your badge. That and either it can be a scarlet letter, or it can be something where people say, hey, this person is solid. Like they'll get the job done. It's very important. So work on that reputation. Be dependable. Make sure to keep your client in the loop. If anything comes up, you get sick or whatever, anything, you let them know. And you also ensure the fact that regardless of what, you're going to ensure that they're taken care of. That, and if you can't do it, then, refund them. That's a no-no. Don't keep, don't just keep something and then, don't give them anything. That's not good. All right. That's looking good, huh? I'm gonna do let's do it light. I'll do it lightly. I can get this nice. Now, when I worked on a lot of Marvel stuff, boy, I would be the one who would I would be doing a lot of the classic characters. I would break open my the Marvel Universe handbook, and I would always be trying to draw like the most obscure Marvel characters, because I knew that the main characters like many of the other artists most likely would be going for a Captain America or somebody like that, or Thor. But me, it was like, I've been a fan of the Marvel characters and stuff for years, and I always loved the really obscure characters. They just excited me, design wise and stuff like that, and story. And so I would always try to do as many of those obscure characters as I could. I mean, Blue Diamond, for instance. I remember drawing him a couple of cards. Who else is I forgot, he was another guy, the Red Raven. I think the Red Raven was a character from he was from the who's Red Raven? Invaders or something, I think. Yeah, I love those characters. Dark Side Oaks. Excuse me, Apocalypse. Yeah, it's a shame. I gotta admit that I've got that X-Men movie where they had Apocalypse. Boy, yeah, they really fell on that one. That was a tough one. Yeah, Apocalypse always had this interesting face, like his jawline. Man. Let's see. Yeah, I almost want to have it like when he gets punched, it's just like he's very surprised by it. He's like, "What the? This dude has the gall to punch me." Apocalypse. Yeah, Apocalypse. I just finished watching Justice League, so all I can keep thinking about is Dark Side. Yeah, it's weird. All right, let's see. Do a few more of those. Oh, man. All right, there we go. Well, you can tell I'm really deep in thought on this one because I'm so quiet. Sorry about that. But it's the art, man. Once you get into it, the brain's like, okay. Well, draw some stuff here. Yeah, it was crazy. A person just contacted me and just like, hey, look, you got any Marvel cards? And I like to commission you. Just, it was kind of nice too. It was based off of just the videos I just been posting on my YouTube channel. which I just like to try to remind people. I treat it like a portfolio. So, I'm now getting a lot of solicitors who are just like, hey, you want to get, and it's like numbers. Surprisingly, numbers don't really, I'm not into the whole thing of trying to get constant numbers or whatever. I ask if you do it, then you do it because you want to check out my work, but it's not something where I'm like, you gotta do this or whatever. Nah, I'm not. No, no way. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm cool. But going back to the story and pretty much the fact that he was watching my progress videos and stuff and really was like, hey, look, I want to get this guy to do some card art for me. That really, it just excites me and makes me happy. So, I want to, do some good art, some good art for him, Oh man, there's so many different versions. All right, so he has like these. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. There we go. Let's get that up. All right. Yeah, I want to make sure that he can. Yeah, see, I'm more in the John Byrne sort of style of, I don't really draw a lot of like super veiny characters. I tend to go more like the more solid build and stuff. A little bit of veins here and there if it's needed, but definitely not something that I'm like, oh man, I gotta have veins on a character. For aesthetics, that's just it's just not Frankie B. Let me fatten that up a little bit. Yeah, it's so funny. I think this would be my very first time drawing Apocalypse. Yeah, this would be my very first time. Like I said, it's like certain, and I like the character. It's just that one of the things sometimes you just don't think about drawing certain characters until somebody comes along and says, "Hey, look, I'm so hardwired for the sense of just working, and so somebody has to come to me and be like, "Hey, look, can you draw this character?" And I go, "Okay," get the reference, and then that's when the excitement comes. Yeah. Some more debris and stuff like that. He's just like, oh, boom. Just some lines right there. All right, getting close to the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to make the shift soon to hyperlapse, and then keep this party going. Actually, we're at 19. Okay, cool. So why don't we do this? We're gonna bring it up a little closer for you to see. Actually fix it. So this is how it actually is gonna look. It's getting knocked into something. And then I'm gonna take it to hyperlapse. And once again, thank you so much. Let's just keep this art flowing.